Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gland Bodybuilding. Mountain. And today I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the pump and why it's not the most important thing as much as you tend to enjoy it a little bit when you're lifting weights. Now, one of the things I think you should consider in your training is not only how do you get a better pump when you're in the gym, but mostly how do you maintain a pump in the days after you're in the gym. And this is the thing, and this is why it's very important not to just chase the pump in the gym. A lot of times what will happen is people will chase the pump in the gym and they might be doing a lot of light pumping exercises, which can be good for periods of time. But at the same time, just because light exercises can be a great way to get a pump, it doesn't mean it's the best way to get results. Because really, a pump is nothing more than blood flow to the area. Now, once you have a lot of blood flow to the area and the muscles are engorged with blood, that doesn't always translate into more muscle mass. So my point is that when you are lifting weights, you want to grow muscle. And yes, you can experience the pump, but the short-term pump is not the main goal. The main goal is to stimulate muscle growth. And a better way to measure this is what helps you maintain a muscular pump or more of a pumpy and lumpy feeling for the days and weeks after a workout instead of just during the workout. So this is where I always talk about using heavier weights and heavier poundages and trying to gain in strength with some of those heavier rep ranges along with doing the lighter weight workouts, and the combination between the two will grow more muscle mass in the long run because you're gaining more strength, then you're repping out with the lighter repetitions. You can do more reps with a higher amount of weight. So lightweight becomes relative. It starts to become much heavier, even though it might be light to you. And then from there, you start to gain more muscle mass because you're increasing circulation, but you're also breaking down tissue and recovering. Now, I know there's debates about breaking down tissue, but let's just say this. There's something happening in the muscle when you're using heavier weight that's different than when you're using lighter weight. And I've experienced the result over and over and over again through doing long experiments with light weights and heavy weights. Because once in a while I feel like, and you may have felt this too, sometimes you may get sore or you just feel tight. And I think a great remedy for that is to do some lighter workouts, get the blood flowing, and focus on the stretch and certain movements where you feel you're weak. But at the same time, just by getting that blood flowing, you're going to keep the momentum going, you're going to maintain the pump, and at the same time your groove. And then when you start moving back into the heavyweight again, you'll feel strong. I guess this is my point. Sometimes you don't need to lift heavy in order to gain muscle, and sometimes you do. And during those moments where you feel really tight, those are probably opportunities to get big without having to lift heavy. And if you push through it and lift heavy anyway, you might pull something or tear something. So that's really what I got to say is learning how to read the temperature of the body. It's almost like a farmer's almanac for bodybuilding. Your body, you have a certain sort of weather. And if you pay attention to that, it may be telling you something that you can benefit from and also avoid injuries with. So the best policy is heavyweights and lightweights. I always come back to this. It's not always about just one or the other. But in the end, if you're just chasing the pump, you might be falling behind in the results that you could get because you're not stimulating a certain part of the muscular system, which has to do with power, strength, and let's just say just balls out effort, right? When you're doing 6 or 7 reps or 8 reps to failure, there's going to be more of a concentrated tension on those muscle fibers, which is going to cause a certain reaction in the body, which is much different than contracting something as deep as you can in the burn and then running out of energy. You see, like running out of energy or getting a lactic acid buildup, like doing high rep leg extensions, you get a lot of burn in the quadricep until you can't take it anymore. A lot of times just the burn itself is responsible for you stopping the set. It's not necessarily the sheer amount of tension on the muscle. It's really just about burning out of energy, and at the same time, you can't take the pain anymore. Where with heavy weights, you hit a wall where that weight's just not going up. Your nervous system cannot fire the muscle anymore. The creatine ATP system just runs out. But there is definitely more tension on the fibers during that time, and tension on the muscle fibers is what plays a crucial role in overall muscle mass. So yeah, if you're chasing the pump, you can do that here and there during your light workouts, but don't get stuck chasing the pump exclusively. That's really my point. If you start working with the heavy weights and then chase the pump here and there for some fun, you're going to notice that you get the best of both worlds. And yeah, and then you get bigger than me. You're probably already bigger than me. And then you don't have to listen to anything I have to say, and you never have to watch my videos ever again. Mountain. Yeah, so thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. I hope this helps you out in your training. And if you need to get hold of me, just go to naturalgalantbodybuilding.com, and thanks to the page supporters, and take care for now.